Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg is your go-to stop to complete your home, business, a combination of both, or really anything you can think of. With one of the region's biggest selection of bedroom furniture, name brand mattresses, recliners, living room and dining room suites, accents for the home or office, quality name brand appliances, and did I mention Swap and Shop Services, what they sell? This is family owned and operated business at its best. And the best part is, they'll treat you like family too.
We got bedroom suites, mattresses, dining room suites, appliances, outdoor equipment, mowers, and more. See us at the Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tennessee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tennessee has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tennessee Properties. Visit Tennessee.com or phone 931-244-4602.
Patient care at its finest is found at Tennessee Valley Family Care. From primary to infant care, physicals, women's health, allergies, diabetes management, plus on-site labs and ultrasounds. Let practitioners Liz Phillips, Kathy Cohen, and Stephanie Tucker care for your health and your entire family's health. Let Tennessee Valley Family Care help you reach your health care goals. The Hidden Garden, located just off the square in downtown Lawrenceburg, is your hometown oasis for massage, aesthetics, full hair and nail services, and body waxing. Gift certificates are available, and be sure to follow them on Facebook for their specials. The Hidden Garden, your peace, your place. 222 Pulaski Street, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, or phone 931-762-9799.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome into the Sportsplex here in Florence, Alabama. Rodney Livingston alongside Mr. Hayden Burks here on the computer and also on the headset with me. We have just concluded in the last 15 minutes Lawrence County getting a win over Waterloo there, 7-1. What do you want to say about that, Hayden?
Man, I'll tell you what, in Lawrence County, they've struggled a little bit this weekend. They lost two tough games on Friday, and then they lost a tough one against Deschler, 5-1. But hey, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised how good they played. I mean, obviously, in a tournament like this, confidence can shake you, and they weren't shook at all, and they came out and they defeated a really good Waterloo team. And Rodney, this wasn't on the schedule for either team, but we got an in-county rivalry, and I'm really excited for this game tonight.
Yes, sir, Hayden. I've heard a lot of people say that, man, they wish we was playing Lawrence County this year. Well, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it.
And it's a neutral site, too.
It is a neutral site. Yep. We got to come all the way to Florence to play, but here we are. Thank you for joining us today here. Appreciate Hayden doing all his work on the computer and all as well, and Mr. Kevin Wrights went down to set up for whoever wins this game. There's the first pitch of the game. Malia Kerr hits it over to Aubrey at third. She gets it to Kirsten for the first out. So one pitch, one out here to start this ball game as we have the in-county rivalry between the Lawrence County Wildcats and the Loretto Mustangs. Lady Mustangs are the home team in this game by virtue of the seeding. They're the number 3 seed in the D pool. And Lawrence County, the number 4 seed in C pool. So 3 and 4 seeds here. And that pitch misses for ball one.
That last bat, Michaela, she had a big game against Waterloo just previously, about maybe 15, 30 minutes ago, had an RBI single.
So Coco back in the circle here for the Mustangs. Facing Addie Newton here, second batter for the Wildcats. She rips this one foul down the third baseline. That'll leave in the count 1 ball, 1 strike. So Riley Myers standing on deck here for the Wildcats. Bat third here. Giselle Maldonado will bat in the cleanup spot. Laney Kate King will hit fifth. Reagan Franks be the DP batting sixth here as we wait on the 1-1 pitch from Emily Kozar. That one's up high for ball two, so 2 balls, 1 strike. Elizabeth Hagan will be the pitcher for the Wildcats. She'll bat in the 7th spot. Libby Burks will bat in the 8th spot and play left field. And Callie Brown will round out the 9th spot and play right field. Lily Lloyd will be playing third base in the flex spot for the Wildcats. That pitch gets up high, so 3-1 the count here to Newton.
And Newton, one of the 3 seniors on this Lady Cats team. Very disciplined at the plate. She had a double against Waterloo.
The 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. And so we'll have a 1-out walk here. And that will bring up Riley Myers. Coco, who just came off a complete game against Winfield, comes over here to the circle and gives up her first walk here in the top of the first inning. Pitched a solid game against Winfield with no walks. Aubrey fields this one at third, over to Macy Kate at second, over to first in time, and the Mustangs turned the double play there at the end of the first inning. So we will head to the bottom half of the first inning, see if the Mustangs can put anything on the board. You're watching Lady Wildcat, Lady Mustang Softball here on the X Sports Network.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Tegan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Tegan's Food Store today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into Florence, Alabama. Rodney Livingston alongside Mr. Hayden Burks here, bringing you Lady Wildcats and Lady Mustang softball in-county rivalry here in a single elimination tournament in the Northwest Alabama Bama Bash here. Elizabeth Hagan will come to the circle for the Wildcats here to start the bottom half of the first inning. Just coming off a big win against Waterloo over there. Hayden was telling me that she had 3 strikeouts in that game, and so she, like Coco, we just changed fields and had to move all the equipment around, but just go from one field to the next and keep playing.
Yep. I mean, obviously with the rain delay today, earlier, games getting backed up. The first round of play, or the pool games earlier today, they were about 60-minute limit. Now we get a 70-minute limit, but the way these two teams, I know they're going to be head-to-head, and they're both going to be competing in this game.
We got into the 6th inning in that last game, almost got a full game.
We got to the bottom of the 5th before they called it.
So here we go. Chelsea Atkinson's going to lead off for the Mustangs here. Wildcats pulled in tight, expecting a bunt here. First pitch misses for ball 1. That pitch in there for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs coming off of a 2-1 win over Winfield in a walk-off fashion. That pitch misses for ball 2. So 2-1 the count here. Certainly a lot of adrenaline coming off of that game, and you don't ever know if that's going to be the kaput for the day or if they can build off of that. This pitch rides up and in from Hagan for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Pitch in there for strike 2, and the count will run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And one thing, Rodney, about Hagan, she's really good at keeping her calm on the mound. And obviously, when some occasions when she's behind the count, she doesn't lose her calm. She's really chill on the mound.
Pitch misses just outside for ball 4. So we'll have a leadoff walk here from Chelsea Atkinson. Hagan pitches for the team my daughter plays on, the travel ball team. So a lot of these girls have played ball together since they
were little girls.
6 years old, and travel ball and everything. So
I know it's just fun too, making memories. Being able to play each other on your senior year.
Pitch misses low to Aubrey Ezel for ball 1. So nobody out here. Bottom half of the first inning. Aubrey Ezel bat second. Breely Winters Mustang lineup stays just the same as it did last game for those of you who joined us for that. Chelsea's on the move. Ball gets away from the shortstop, and she is safe there. Pretty sure it was a strike at the plate. I think we got a 1-1 count as Mr. Umpire holds his hand up 1-1.
Maldonado, the throw was there in time. It's just that got away from Newton up from the short.
This pitch hit right back to Hagan. She makes a great stop on the ball. Gets the out at first base. Chelsea is able to move up to third on the play. We'll have 1 out here.
She made that seem so casual, too, whenever that just went back up the middle.
Popped right back in her glove, right? She just stopped it right in her glove. No harm, no foul, over to first base. So 1 out. Breely Winters will bat here in the 3 spot. She'll look at strike 1. So 0-1 the count. And that pitch outside just a little for ball 1. So 1-1 as Mallory Corbin stands on deck here for the Mustangs. This pitch runs a little further outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're going to have time called here. Coach is going to come out and talk to the catcher. First baseman's going to come over and talk to Hagan here in the circle. I don't know if we've got a mix-up on the signs calling there or what.
I think that might be what it is because usually, Giselle, she really does – she's one of the smarter players. Well, they're all really smart players, but she is really locked in when it comes to playing ball. And for her to ask a question, I've only seen that twice so far this season.
This pitch low and in the dirt. They may have changed up their signal calling there.
And you want to be sure, too. Just make sure.
Pitch in there for strike 2. So, Breely 3-2 here. Breely's one of those players on that travel ball team, so her and Hagan have seen each other a lot. This pitch fouled down the first base side. Lawrence County in the first base dugout. Purple pants, white tops. Loretta's in the third base dugout. White top, white bottom, black undershirts. Winner goes on, loser goes home here. This pitch runs in and hits her there. So we'll have a dead ball, and Breely will walk down to first base.
So, man, if you're Loretto, you don't want to leave any of these runners stranded. You have 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning, runners on the corner, so you're in prime position. to get at least 1 run scored.
That'll bring Mallory Corbin up to the plate, batting in the number 4 spot. Breeley's on the run, throw down to second, not in time, and as the shortstop Newton cuts it off and tries to throw back to home, but Chelsea will score. So,
well-designed play there by Loretto to fake the run over at first and have them pick back at home, and it was not in time, and Loretto leads 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes here to Mallory Corbin. Ball gets low and away for ball 2.
Yeah, I just got a text message, Rodney. The winner of this game will play the winner of Wayne County and Lauderdale County.
Pitch, called strike on the outside corner there. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Wayne County and Lauderdale County?
Yes, sir. The winner will play the winner of that game.
Gotcha. So the winner here will move down to field 6, I
Field
believe
7.
it is. Field 7. Field 7. A little dinkler to the shortstop. Newton gets it there over to first in time for the out. Mallory's retired. Breeley moves up to third on the play. So 2 outs here. And that'll bring J.B. Clifton to the plate. With Breeley on third. Mustangs leading 1-0. Foul ball gets away from Giselle back there. Strike 1. This one's fouled off her leg there, so quickly behind in the count. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is hit into center field.
What a
Kerr
catch.
makes a great catch in center field there to keep the run from scoring and to end the inning. A diving catch by Malia Kerr will be the third out, and we'll head to the top half of the second. You're watching Lady Wildcat and Lady Mustang Softball here on the X Sports Network.
If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Don't settle for streaks, dirt residue, water spots, and weak vacuums that you can get at just any car wash. At all our locations, you will be greeted by a smiling attendant who will pre-wash your car front and back to remove any stubborn bugs and dirt before guiding you through the tunnel, where your car will be treated to the ultimate spa treatment with state-of-the-art equipment and one-of-a-kind wash experience that will give your car a showroom shine. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free powerful vacuums, cleaning cloths, and glass and surface cleaner for the perfect finishing touch. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the happy wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Florence Sportsplex here on Field 4 for this in-county matchup between the Wildcats from Lawrence County and the Mustangs from Loretto. We got a 1-0 ball game here. The winner moving down to Field 7 in this 8-field complex. 2 quads here. So whoever is able to be victorious here will move down to Field 7 to continue their play in this single elimination tournament here. Coco will come back out to face Giselle, Laney Kate, and Reagan Franks, the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Lawrence County. First pitch swinging Fouls it off the first base backstop here for strike one. So 0-1 the count. This one's lifted into shallow center field. It'll get down there, and Giselle will have a leadoff single here in the top half of the second inning.
And she's been hitting very well today, Rodney. As earlier against Waterloo, she had a 3 RBI home run that went over the fence to extend the Lawrence County lead 5-2 at one point.
We're going to have a courtesy runner there for Giselle, the catcher. I can't see the numerals on Lawrence County's
Let's see who that is.
jersey.
I can't really tell. Maybe Audrey Lovell, number 21. I'm not exactly sure.
The numerals, the gold numerals are hard to see. It may be 21. I'll buy that. King lays down the bunt perfectly. Over to first, not in time. She'll be safe.
I believe that's Sarah Morrison, actually, now that I look at it. With runners on first and second now for the Lady Cats. Brings Frakes up to the plate with no outs.
So back-to-back singles here. King lays down the bunt perfectly. Aubrey's not able to field it there in time. So the Wildcats in business here. Nobody out. Frank's the DP for this game. Comes to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Good cut there by Frakes. She had a RBI single against Waterloo as well the game before, which was in shallow right field.
Big gap in right center here. She squares to bunt. Fouls it back. And the count will go to 0-2.
Now the possible showing bunt attempt is definitely out of question.
Probably not bunting here with two strikes. As Mallory is pulled over toward the left field side. That 0-2 pitch is up high for ball one. Cambria is over toward the line in right field, so big gap in right center. She lifts it into right field. Cambria settles it under it there. The runner's tag. Ball will come into the infield. And the courtesy runner will move up to third on the tag there. We'll have a sac fly, one out. Laney Cade will hold it first. So runners on the corners, one out. That'll bring up Elizabeth Hagan. She'll show bunt, lay it down perfectly. Coco will throw to first and get the out. Nobody's covering third, and King will wisely round and go all the way to third on the bunt. So Hagan gets the sack bunt there, RBI.
We got a tie ball game now, 1-1.
And it is 1-1. Two outs here in the top half of the second inning. And Libby Burks will be your batter. That pitch will miss outside for ball one. This pitch lifted well into left field. Breeley running back will not get there. King will score easily. And Burks will be standing on second base with an RBI double to give the Wildcats a 2-1 lead.
I didn't teach her that, by the way. You know.
Gotcha. You did say that was a cousin there, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I ain't going to give her too much credit, though.
good piece of hitting there.
Yeah.
Gives the Wildcats a 2-1 lead, and that'll bring up Callie Brown here. Another kid on that travel ball team. She'll watch ball one there. Second pitch is just outside for ball two, so 2-0 the count. This pitch is swung on and fouled off of Callie's leg there.
It looked like he got a piece of the handle there as well.
Gotcha. It looked awkward, that's for sure. She may have been swinging in self-defense a little bit there. Inside pitch. 2-1 the count. She lifts this one into center field. It's going to be drop right in front of Mallory. Mallory's going to throw to home, and Coco's going to cut it off. And Libby Burks is going to score the third run of the game for the Wildcats, and they're going to lead 3-1 here. Callie's going to have an RBI single. That'll take us back to the top of the lineup, and Malia Kerr. Wildcats are doing all of this with 2 outs here. So Callie Brown will be on first. Kerr will bat for her second time. She grounded out to the third baseman. She lifts this one high and out of play over the stands on the first base side. Oh, 1 the count. This one's in the dirt. JB kind of wallows around with it there, but finally corrals it. 1-1 the count. Callie will stay at first. So here's the 1-1 pitch coming from Emily Kozar. Misses outside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. She lifts this one high and straight back at us, out of play. It'll fall into the stairs that come up to here, and the count will go even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Coco, who tends to work fairly slow in the circle, is ready. This one grounded right at Macy Kate at second. She's not able to get a glove on it. The ball gets into center field. Callie Brown's going to round third, and she'll stop there, so we'll have runners on the corners. As Kerr is able to get a single up the middle there. Still 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Going to have time called here. Going to have a huddle in the circle. Wildcats, who have put together 5 hits here in the top of the second inning. Plated 3 runs, got runners on the corners, still threatening. Addie Newton will step in here. Shortstop for the Lady Cats. She reached on a walk her first at bat. Throw down to second. Not in time. And so Kerr will move up to second on the stolen base. We'll have runners at second, third. Ball 1 at the plate. One old pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. One to count. 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. Newton rips this one into left field. Breeley's back. She's able to make the catch there to save 2 runs. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Wildcats put up 3 runs and take the lead 3-1. We'll be right back after these words from our local sponsors.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years' experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Florence Sportsplex here. Rodney Livingston sitting beside my friend Hayden Burks, who's got a headset on and running the computer and all for us here.
2 for 1.
And I've been running this scoreboard, and this scoreboard has a rather awkward delay to it. But anyway, the score is 3-1. That's correct on the scoreboard. Lawrence County's leading the Mustangs.
Kevin has told me that Wayne County and Lauderdale County are on field 3, which is on our right side, and it looks like Wayne County's winning 4-0, it looks like.
So the winner of this game will get the winner of that game, as Kirsten Randall takes ball 1 from Hagan there. Swing and a miss for strike 1, so 1-1 the count. Mustangs will send Kirsten Randall, Cambria Hansen, and Emily Cozart to the plate here in the second inning, trailing 3-1. This one's foul tipped back to the backstop, and that'll be the second strike of the at-bat. So Hagan gets ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maybe a changeup that ran out of speed and in the dirt.
It was a good pitch, but also good eye as well.
2-2 pitch here. Dribbler down to the first baseman off the glove of. Who is that on first base?
That was
I'm
Myers.
sorry.
It went off the glove
Myers.
off of her.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Myers at first base goes off her glove there. Sorry about that, Lawrence County Wildcats. And Laney Kate tries to corral it at second, but not in time. So Kirsten's going to have a leadoff single here. Cambria shows bunt and pulls it back for ball one. I don't like to give out errors, so I like to give out hits, and so I'm going to give that a hit.
Give a hit.
Yeah.
It looks like Lawrence County's their infield has scooted up, especially Lily Lloyd at third.
That pitch hits the outside corner for strike one. So 1-1 the count. Lloyd is definitely playing in at third. She takes a step back. Cambria is not a huge bunt threat, but she has showed bunt. That pitch runs inside for ball two. So 2-1 the count here. And Kirsten's honestly not a steal threat on first base either. So maybe just trying to play some small ball. That pitch misses for ball three. So 3-1 the count. Three balls, one strike here to Hanson. This pitch is slowing in the dirt for ball four. It gets away from Giselle, but Kirsten's moving up on the walk anyway. Giselle's going to walk out and talk to Hagan. They're going to talk it over. So we'll have a walk here, and we'll have runners on first and second. That'd be the second walk of the game.
Looks like we will have a courtesy runner coming in as well for the Lady Mustangs.
Well, it'd be a sub. Yeah, it will be a sub. Brenlyn Snyder is going to come in for Kirsten at second base. I'm sure Kirsten will re-enter in the top half of the third inning. But Snyder will come in and at least run here for Kirsten at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Lady Wildcats are up 3-1 over the Lady Mustangs. And Coco will bat here. She shows bunt, pulls it back. It is strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. 0-2 the count here. Change up, stays just up for ball one. This pitch is fouled first base side. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher versus pitcher here. And a swing and a miss, and Hagan gets the best of that battle. And so Coco will go down swinging one out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Macy Kate Livingston will come up to bat here for her first time to see Elizabeth Hagan. She'll show bunt. It will be fouled down the first base line. Lawrence County crashing on the bunt there. 0-1 the count. Loretto trying to move the runners over into scoring position. She shows bunt again, and it is bunted foul again. So 0-2 the count. That strategy probably done now. Well, runners on first and second, one out. Macy Kate batting in the 9 hole. Watch his ball one, low and inside. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning, second strikeout. And that'll take us back to the top of the lineup. So after getting the first 2 batters on here, Hagan comes back with 2 strikeouts, and now there's 2 outs. Chelsea Atkinson.
And especially if you're Loretto right now, you're down 3-1. Even though it's early in the game, you do have a time limit. So it's not, early in the game still, but you do got to be aware of you got time playing against you also.
70-minute time limit here in this single elimination tournament, as Hayden mentioned earlier. Had some weather problems earlier this morning and got some weather problems potentially
around the 8 o'clock mark.
Around the 8 o'clock mark tonight. So kind of keeping a watch on the radar there. 1-1 the count here to Chelsea. Hagan's pitch swung on right back to second base, over to first, in time for the out, and that'll be 3 away.
Are they going to call her safe, actually?
We're going to have a conference to make sure she didn't pull her foot here. Umpires are going to get together.
It was really close, I will say that.
And they're going to stay with the call, 3 away, and so that will end the inning on the 4-3 put out there. And we'll head to the top half of the third inning. Lady Cats winning 3-1 here.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Florence Sportsplex. Rodney Livingston here with Hayden Burks as our boss man, Mr. Kevin Wright, is down on field 7 getting ready for the next game. Whoever wins this game will move down there to take on the winner of Wayne County and Lauderdale County, and it appears as though Wayne County may have a 5-0 lead back here behind us on field 3. So here we are for the top of the third. Lawrence County winning 3-1. Loretto sends Mallory Corbin to the circle, and she'll face Riley Myers here. Ball 1. It's a little dribbler right back to Mallory. She'll pick it up over to first and record the first out there. So defensively, the Mustangs switch around. Coco goes to third from the circle, and Aubrey Ezel goes out to center field. The traditional switcheroo when the Mustangs change pitchers this season. That'll bring up Giselle. She had a single back in the second inning. Part of that 5-hit, 3-run inning. Swing and a miss there. This one high and outside for ball 1-1 the count. That has been Mallory's struggle there. She's missed high when she's missed. So certainly hoping she's on here. Mustangs trailing 3-1. That's a little dribbler right back to her as well. She picks it up, throws over to first in time. So 2 batters, 2 outs, both right back to Mallory Corbin in the circle.
Of course, like we mentioned in the in the bottom of the second, Rodney, with the time limits due to the rain and also having to get all these games in, if you're Loretto, this is actually a really good start to this inning with 2 outs quickly. That way you can get back up to the batter's box and play some offense.
Certainly don't want to get behind here in these timed games and let the time run out on you. Laney Kate King, I apologize. Laney Kate swings at the first pitch and misses. Might have been a foul tip, I'm not sure, but it was close. She shows bunt, fouls that one back, so 0-2 the count. Certainly left-handed batter King here with a lot of speed and trying to get a base hit bunt there with 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning.
Actually, I had them mixed up as Lauderdale County is actually leading Wayne County. I had it mixed up as I saw black uniforms. I was assuming that was Wayne County.
Changeup misses high for ball 1, so we're looking at the scoreboard backwards. So Lauderdale County's the visitors. So Lauderdale County's winning 5-0 on field 3 to our right here. This pitch misses low and in the dirt for ball 2. Even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes the scoreboard works and sometimes it don't. This one's lifted high, first base side. Kirsten's over there and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll head to the bottom half of the 3rd, see if the Mustangs can close the gap, trailing 3-1 here. You're watching Lady Wildcats and Lady Mustang Softball on the X Sports Network.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into Lady Wildcats, Lady Mustang Softball. Rodney Livingston, Hayden Burks. What's your thoughts 2.5 innings into this one, Hayden?
I mean, just great game so far between the two. Obviously a game that none of us expected whenever they scheduled both these two teams throughout the season. They weren't scheduled, and everybody was, they wanted to see this matchup between these two teams, and, hey, you get what you wish for. So, Lawrence County didn't expect to face Loretto, and Loretto didn't expect to face Lawrence County, but here we are.
And we have 34 teams down here. So I don't know what the odds are that they would face each other, but they got to be slim.
Well, I saw the gentleman who was over the whole tournament, and I saw that he put us within the same, part of the tournament. And I'm thinking, oh, this could be fun. This could be interesting. And sure enough, both teams matched up with their first round wins.
So on her 40th pitch of the game, Hagan goes 0-2 to Aubrey Ezel. The changeup stays high there for ball 1. So the Mustangs will send 2-3-4 Aubrey, Breeley, Mallory to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That changeup won't come down either, so 2-2 the count. Pitch misses outside for ball 3, so after being behind 0-2, Aubrey battles back to a full count here. And this pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 4. Aubrey trots down to first base, but just Giselle gets the ball, and she'll just stay there wisely. That'll be the third walk of the game for Hagan. And we're going to have a timeout here. Wildcats are going to huddle up in the circle.
You know, and I don't think this will be a pitching change or anything yet. I'll see Hagan, this is her second game now on the mound as she played the entire game against Waterloo this previous game beforehand. You know, just kind of calming the team down, maybe just making sure everybody's, you know, stress-free right now. You're up 3-1, bottom of third, no outs, runner on first. Obviously a little strategy too, but then again, you always have Callie Brown, who pitched a little bit earlier against Deschler, and then you have Reagan Frakes that can come in as well.
So as you said, no pitching change. Hagan's going to stay in the circle as we expected. Just an opportunity here. Aubrey Ezel, who is a very fast base runner, gets on base here, nobody out. Bottom of the third. Every at-bat seems important here. Pitch in there for strike 1. So Breely Winters will bat here. This pitch is out purposely to try to get the stealing Ezel, but they will not. Aubrey will move up to second on the steal. Good throw. Tags a little behind her there. She slides in safely. So 1-1 the count. This pitch is lifted into right field. Caught by the right fielder. Aubrey's tagging up on the play. The throw comes into third. Not in time, and she's going to be safe there. So Breely records the first out with a fly out to the right fielder. And
now you're Loretto. You have 1 out only in this bottom of the third inning with a runner on third, so you can try to trim this Wildcat lead down 3-2.
Callie Brown out there in right field makes the catch, makes a good throw to third base. Just hard to get Aubrey Ezel, who's tagging up. So Mallory Corbin will bat here. 1 out. Ball in the dirt. This scoreboard has a mind of its own.
Well, it's something we're not used to either. And plus, hey, it's better to have a scoreboard than not to have a scoreboard like some of these fields have.
And that one's in there for strike 1. Little Dinkler back to Hagan there. She gets Aubrey caught in a rundown.
Oh, my
Throws
goodness.
the ball away, and Aubrey's going to score. Mallory was rounding for second, but she slides safely back into first. And so, tough turn of events there for the Wildcats.
Sure is. You had them in a rundown, and obviously it was one of those things that can come back to bite you.
Mustangs will play to run there. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Mallory Corbin on first base. Hagan throws it away there to Lily Lloyd, and Ezel's able to score. JB will take pitch 1 out. Mallory, who refuses to slide in at second base, is tagged on the leg for the second out. Not a wise move by the sophomore there. Got to be sliding on a steal. Ball 1 at the plate. This pitch is hit to the second baseman. Laney Cade over to first in time to get JB there to record the third out. And so the Mustangs will end the Wildcats will end the third inning there. The Mustangs will get one run, take the score 3-2. We'll head to the top half of the fourth. You're watching Lady Mustang, Lady Wildcat softball here on the X Sports Network.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back on the X Sports Network. Lady Cats come to the bat here for the fourth time in this game. Reagan Franks is going to lead off the DP. Elizabeth Hagan will be standing on deck. Mustangs cut into the lead 3-2 here in the bottom half of the third inning on the error on the throw that didn't get exchanged from Hagan to Lloyd there. Aubrey Ezel scores. And so Corbin comes back out for her second inning of work here for the Mustangs. Franks, who flew out to the right fielder, takes this first pitch out of play down the first base line. That'll be strike one. I honestly don't even know what time this game started.
Yeah, I know it was a little bit after 5:30, so it should be coming up pretty soon. If not 90, well, this might be the last inning, Rodney.
Well, that was my thinking, Hayden.
Just because with it being 70 minutes, if you start around 5:30, you're almost hitting the 90-minute mark. So this has to be.
Well, it'd be 70 minutes.
Yeah, 70 minutes. So yeah, this would probably be.
This one's fouled back for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here.
If that's the case, that would be it for this. Would be Lawrence County's last at bat. But Loretto will have a shot in the bottom of the fourth because they have you finish the inning. It doesn't matter if it's the top or the. It doesn't matter if it's the top. You always have to get to the bottom.
That pitch is high to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I've got us starting right around the 6 o'clock mark, actually. So we're right at the hour mark on a 70-minute time limit. So, like you say, we could be in our last inning here as we start the fourth. Reagan Franks battling hard here. Fouls this one back to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, says Mr. Umpire. And that's what I'm supposed to have on the scoreboard, but it don't always. There it goes.
There we go.
There we go. It'll catch up in a minute. Just a delayed reaction. 3-2 pitch is lifted into right field. Cam comes in, makes the catch there to record the first out of the inning. So Franks, who's flew out to right field, both bad bats, will go down here for the first out of the top of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Elizabeth Hagan here. She had an RBI sac bunt at her first at bat. She'll face Mallory Corbin here for the first time. That pitch gets high and wide for ball one. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch just misses for ball 2. 2-1 the count. This one hit sharply to Macy Kate at second. She's over to make the play there to record the out at first for the second out of the inning. And Hagan is retired there. That'll bring up Libby Burks. Libby, who had an RBI double back in the second inning, went on to score the 3rd run that the Wildcats have here in this game. She'll bat with 2 outs, nobody on. And she'll take strike 1 from Mallory Corbin. Second pitch is lifted foul behind first base. It'll fall in no man's land there for strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Kirsten, Macy Kate, and Cambria all making a run at it, but nobody able to get anywhere close to it. This one fouled first base coach there. This one is fouled down the third base line. Coco picks it up foul, and the count will remain 0-2. Change up. She hits it well right back up the middle. Aubrey fields it in center field and throws it in, and so Burks will have her second hit of the game. Change up. She stayed back on there and drove well, Hayden.
Yeah, good job there by Libby. Obviously, she's haven't been at the plate as much for the Lady Cats this season, but you know, whenever she is on the plate, she always comes through and gives them some big time plays.
That'll bring up the number 9 hole hitter in Callie Brown. She had an RBI single her only at bat. She squares to bunt, gets under this one. Mallory picks it up there over to first in time for the out. And that'll end the top half of the 4th inning. So the Wildcats will leave 1 runner stranded here. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs trailing the Wildcats 2-3. See what the Mustangs can do in the bottom half of the 4th. You're watching X Sports Network.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Welcome back into the Florence Sportsplex as Hayden pulls up the radar and says we need to hurry up.
Yeah, it's not looking good for either one of these teams. So after this inning, it might be over with, not just for this game, but for the whole tournament more than likely. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what everybody was worrying about upstairs. We were all talking about umpires, directors of the tournament, and us as the exports guys.
We come out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Mustangs trailing 2-3. Hagan comes out to face Kirsten Randall here. Pitch in there for strike one. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Kirsten Randall, who had a single her last at bat, her only at bat this game. 1 for 1 on the game. She was stranded at second base. She hits this one back up the middle. King's not able to make the play there. Kind of lands on her leg awkwardly. So Kirsten's going to arrive safely at first, and we're going to have a injury concern here as King just awkwardly. We're going to give Kirsten another single there on that play.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's okay. It's just, it's one of those tough plays that you got to try to make, and you slide awkwardly, and, it doesn't feel good sometimes.
And so Chance is going to come in here for Kirsten Randall. And that means Kirsten's night will be done because she could only re-enter one time, and she has done that. And so Jessie Chance comes in, and so she'll be the first baseman should we go to the top of the fifth. Cambria Hansen watches one right down Main Street there for strike one from Elizabeth Hagan. So you got Jessie Chance on first base, nobody out. That one's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs needing 1 run here to try to, at least 1 run to try to extend the game, I believe, as the time is drawing near. Pitch in there for strike 2. Cambria's watched what looks like from here 2 beautiful pitches.
And I know there was a game before, Rodney, where they had to go into the tiebreaker whenever it came down to the time limit expiring. What was it? They always had a runner on second?
Yes, ITB, runner on second. Cambria hits this one to second base. Shortstop Newton picks it up there, steps on second, gets the out there over to first, not in time. And so Jessie Chance will be out on the fielder's choice there.
Try to get the 6-3 sequence there, double play.
And Cambria will be on first base with 1 out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Wildcats trying to hold on to the lead, 3-2. Coco will come to the plate here, try to help her own cause. 1 out. Well, excuse me, she's out of the circle now. Try to help Mallory's cause. She grounds it right back to Hagan. Hagan will pick it up, think about going to first. She goes to second, gets Cambria at second, and so Coco will reach on the fielder's choice. And we'll have 2 outs there.
Yeah, that is kind of smart there. Looks to be a little shaken up, too, for Loretto players. That Cambria, you said?
Cambria Hansen, yes, she goes limping back into the dugout there. Slid in awkwardly at second base. So Macy Cato bat here with 2 outs. Might just be the Mustangs' last chance. Coco's going to move up on the wild pitch. It gets away, and so got a runner at second base, and we're going to have Coach Lawrence County to come out, and I know I got a kid on the Loretto team, and I know I'm a Loretto person, and I'm trying to be neutral here, but this is nothing but clock management.
Yeah, it is, and I think we both team, obviously they both know that they're on a time limit. You only have 70 minutes. You're in the bottom of the fourth. I think, Coach Rochelle, he's obviously telling his girls that right now, like, hey, this will be the end of the game here. This is the game plan strategy. And, that's just – as part of sports, obviously. Some people don't like it. I'm one of those that don't like it sometimes. But, hey, I understand the concept, and, I'm not opposed of it, even though I'm not a big fan of it.
You can't play 8 or 9 games with no time limit.
It is,
so
yep.
You got to have a clock. And
unfortunately, with this many teams.
when you're a coach, you got to know what the clock is, and the clock's got to be your friend. So Mesa Cape fouls that one off for strike one.
And that's the best part about this is, there's a good and a bad thing about this game. Obviously, neither one of these teams were going to play each other within the season, but hey, you came to this tournament and you got to match up. The only issue is it's time limit and it's at a neutral site. So it's still fun to see them play, but you'd like to see them play a legit 7-inning game.
That pitch in there for strike two. Yeah, we just mentioned it during the break that obviously we're only going to get 4 innings, it looks like. And so you just wonder what the last 3 would look like. So Mesa Cape behind in the count 1-2 here. She fouls this one back against the backstop. And what we believe to be the Mustangs' last out here and last chance to try to tie this game or take the lead, force ITB or get the win here. The winner will move on to field 7 to play Lauderdale County, I believe. This changeup hit right down to first base. First baseman steps on the bag there for the 3rd out. And that is your ball game. And so Lawrence County will win 3-2 and put Loretto out of this tournament. A good game overall. Just what you'd hoped for. Both teams got a chance to play each other. Lawrence County comes out on the winning end here in 4 innings. What are your final thoughts, Hayden?
Obviously, love to see these two teams play. We keep mentioning that neither one of these teams were going to play each other, but hey, it was fun to see them match up and go head-to-head in a single elimination tournament. Unfortunately, the Lady Mustangs came up short, but Lawrence County, they're going to move on, and after a tough start, they're moving on to the semifinal. They'll play Lauderdale County. I mean, they're probably going to be rushing over to Field 7 because they got to get those games started if they're going to play due to weather. So, all in all, hats off to both teams. Good to see both teams play. Just a in-county rivalry that's fun to watch.
It is a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fans here in Florence, Alabama. The Loretto folks, unfortunately, will pack up and head north. Lawrence County is going to pack up and head down to Field 7, take on Lauderdale County. They get back-to-back wins here, beating Waterloo 7-1, and then beating the Mustangs here 3-2 in 4 innings. And so a great game overall. Again, families connected as we see players meeting together, talking in the circle. Just a great, fun rivalry. Good ball game. Like you say, 7 innings. Who knows what might happen. But for Hayden Burks, this has been Rodney Livingston. I'm going to send Mr. Hayden down to Field 7, and I'm going to go to Lawrence County. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Wildcat softball will be back on the X Sports Network here in just a few moments. The Loretto Mustangs will end the tournament here, and they will move on to play on Monday evening at Lewis County. The Mustangs will be taking on Lewis County Monday night, weather permitting. So for Rodney, I'm out. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And good luck to the Wildcats as they move on to the semifinal round. Thanks for watching Lady Wildcat and Lady Mustang Softball here on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.